Yes, people. Just want to talk a little bit about anger, and more specifically, my own anger tonight. I was sat outside the fellowship listening to a conversation. I ended up getting engaged in this conversation, and I was boiling. I mean, I really had to keep me senses about us, if you like, the best I could, not to really explode and erupt. That was difficult. And I got out the car and walked into the fellowship, and some fella was twining about where we'd parked, residents parking and that. I mean, for one, we've got a disabled badge, you know what I mean? For two, we park there like 2 hours a week to go into a fellowship to try and, cleanse ourselves of, these feelings. And the disease of addiction, right? And the fella shouting at his window, giving it large and that, and I told him to fuck off. And he come to his front door. He come flying out his front door like he was actually going to do something. And I threatened him. I threatened the fella. And when in the meeting, I was thinking, fuck him. I thought, and I was thinking, go on, you say something else, mate, go on. And I went into that meeting really fucking boiling. And it's never a nice place to be. And I shared immediately. I'm like, fucking, angry, and it wasn't it was quite a venomous share, but I felt I'd vented a bit. And then after listening to other shares and listening to other people's, shares was power, and it slowly settled us, and then I shared again at the end because there was a bit of a silence, and I shared again, and I just explained to them, and I was just thanked each and every person in that room, not only for going there and trying to better themselves, but for bettering me without them knowing. Just for them being there, just for them getting the support that I needed, just for today, but just for getting the support that I needed, and just for them people being who they are, it was so powerful. And my end share was very different to my start share, and I come out of there like a dog with two dicks. I was buzzing, and that's thanks to the fellowship, and I owe so much to that fellowship. I can't do this without that fellowship, But that anger and that little spat that I had just reminded us, that, I'm only a person, and this path that I'm on, doesn't mean, I'm cleansed. It doesn't mean I'm whole yet. It doesn't mean anything, all I am is on this path heading towards a direction, but it reminded us, that I'm only human, and I can resort to type, if I'm not careful, I can resort to type. And I'm so grateful that I was where I was outside of a fellowship with a spare 10 minutes when I got angry, because I went into that fellowship. If I had that level of anger sitting about on my own on a Friday night or something like that, there's no doubt in my mind I would have folded. And these are the things we've got to remember. These are the things we've got to be grateful for. But like I said, I've only got to get through today and tonight, and tomorrow I'll do it all over again, just for today. You see, it's just for today, and it's one day at a time, this recovery. But I just want to thank the fellowship again. I can't do it without them. It's amazing, man. It is really amazing what they do and what happens in them rooms. Some brilliant shares. What a brilliant meeting. And I'm here now back happy, 10 times happier than I was even before I got angry. And it's just funny how emotions work. It's funny how things work, how people's work, how feelings work, how emotions work. It's a funny thing. It's a peculiar thing. But it was definitely a reminder, that I can resort to type at any time, and I've got to put myself in check, and that's, that's just the way it is, you know what I mean? I have to have a word with myself sometimes, but like I say, gratitude, grateful for being there, grateful for being in the meeting, grateful for being where I was when I got angry, grateful for not losing my head completely with that fella when he talked about why we were parking there and that started being funny with us. Yeah, it is what it is. Felt really shit going into the meeting. Head was all over, boiling. Now I feel fantastic, and that's the power of fellowship, and that's the power of just for today. All right? God bless everybody. Love to everybody. Mwah.